maybe after Yamamoto signs, we started to get more in the Blake Snell market. But it just feels a little Castellanos-ish where it's like, okay, he's hanging around in February or March. And it's like, and Dave Dombrowski kind of goes, dude, we can get a 2-time Cy Young winner to add to this rotation for a discount compared to what he was asking for. It feels like such a Phillies move. Like such a Phillies move. If their whole message is we're gonna be opportunistic when the time comes, like again, 5 years for 150 for Blake Snell at this point to go with Nola and Wheeler and like just extending the rotation to where Rangers are 4 and you have Chris Sanchez at 5, and you can. That's a lot of lefties.
And then it's also, I mean, so they would in that case you'd have to find a way to get rid of Taijuan Walker. I mean, because then we're talking about having. So let's assume next year Zach Wheeler, a Nola-ish contract, right? Is a couple years older, so maybe like a little less years, but like 5 for 200. I mean, or 5 for 175, like less years, same amount of money. Like, what do you do? Like, Wheeler's got to get more per year than Nola, right?
I mean, think like what is 300 work out math wise?
That's like 33.3 or whatever.
300.
That was pretty easy math right there.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. Don't worry about it.
You think Wheeler? Why would Wheeler sign a 3-year deal?
Well, he's 34.
I thought he was 32. He's 34.
Yeah, he's entering his age 34 season.
Wow, I thought he was entering his 33. I was a year ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Pays him through age 37
season. So you're thinking like Scherzer type deals where he gets it. Okay. I mean, I would do that in a second. But that, all right, let's say it's
maybe 4. I mean,
let's say 4 for 1.
4 for 125.
Okay. Is that enough money for him?
I don't know.
Say 4 for 140. Whatever. All right, regardless. What's that like? All right, regardless. Let's
the point don't bring out your
point
iPhone.
I'm trying to make is then if you sign Snell too, we're talking about having somewhere in the neighborhood like $500 million committed to 4 starting pitchers for the next 5 years, whatever. Like, it's cool, but it's like you're also betting on guys staying healthy. You're betting on guys going. It's like a lot of money.
Hold on, Mr. Window.
Yes. No, I'm with the window. I'm talking more about just like investing that much in the pitching staff.
Yeah, I mean, listen, maybe they are done.
I love it. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I would do it,
but I just kind of get the
feeling that's the direction
they could do that.
So how real is the Yamamoto thing? We never really
okay.
Because again, look, they are in on him. They've been in on him from the jump. You know, we had Ruben Amaro on the morning show today. He's like, I know they really like him. Like, I know that. Like, they really like him. But again, it just feels. It's not just money, but it feels like.
Well, the problem is,
it would be shocking if they gave Aaron Nola 7 for 172 and then gave Yamamoto 10 for 270 or whatever. Like, that would be shocking.
I think it'd be more shocking that he'd choose the Phillies over the Dodgers.
Well,
Yankees.
That too.
Like,
no Japanese players here. No, like, all the type of stuff he's talked about.
Yeah, I
would have to really love Bryce Harper.
But it's weird that they're still mentioned in there, and
that's why I know. Now it could be that Scott Boras trying to get as many names of big time teams involved. Hey, the Phillies are in. They've been spending money. Like, it could be as simple as that.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they're interested in, but I'm saying that them being brought up could consistently be like, hey, the Phillies are in. The Phillies are in.
Yeah. Again, I'd be floored. I'd be ecstatic, but I'd be floored.
I think there's almost no chance.
Yeah, I don't. I think they're probably being used here as one of the big market
that's
teams.
My point.
Now, I know, of course, they like him. I mean, why wouldn't you like him?
He's 25 and he's a stud.
He's 25 and could be has ace level upside.
We talked about this. 25-year-old pitchers do not hit free agency,
and that's why he's getting
just what it is.
$300 million,
exactly.
probably.
Yeah.
But it comes down to do I really believe he's going to pick the Phillies over? I mean, if they want to do Boston, you want to do New York.
New York. He's got Cody Senga's there. Like just this past year, Los Angeles. We know who just went there. Yeah,
like already a part of the free.
He literally said, "I want to." Like these are like it just seems like a more natural fit. And then bigger Asian populations in those cities to begin with in New York and Los Angeles. So yeah, it just feels like the Phillies are coming in at a disadvantage when they're only their pitches were a great organization, but and we're in Philadelphia. But it seems like the pitches they have are theoretically not as strong. On top of the fact that I don't expect them to offer as much money as Steve Cohen or the Dodgers will. So
yeah, I don't think it's there. But if you want to again create buzz and create a splash, then yeah, I mean the Yamamoto's the kind of guy to go after to where you just consider building a super rotation. I mean that's what it comes down to is you want to build a super rotation, and that's what the Dave Dombrowski MO, the old like kind of Ruben Amaro MO is. We lost in the World Series, NLCS, NLDS and went out and made major moves.
And I support it. Like, that's what I said.
No, I know.
Builds, window.
I would be shocked. I don't think it's going to happen, but I also the fact that they're still being mentioned does give me hope of like we're not sitting on our hands. Like we realize it's also time to go out there and make sure that we do improve this roster any chance that we can. So
I know part of the flipping it over the offensive side of things, I know part of it is just that there's not really a lot of guys on the market. It is a particularly rough group of position players available to be signed.
Don't say that. Adam Duvall's still there.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think there's still looking? I know they're looking to upgrade there, but do you think they're still looking to make a real move?
It feels more platoonish.
Yeah.
Like Whit Merrifield. By the way, did you
like 5 years ago? We're like, yeah,
that's what Kingery's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Did you have any idea he was an All-Star last year
with the Blue Jays? Yeah. Was he really?
All-Star.
No, I did not. Now, for what it's worth, but no, I didn't. Did he play like an All-Star? Was that like because I know the Blue Jays got a bunch of guys voted in? So was he voted an All-Star? Was that what it was?
I have no idea.
Okay,
but he's technically an All-Star last year.
Yeah, it's wild. Is he like 35, 36 now? Whit?
I think he's still 33, 34.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he's as old as you think.
Here, you talk about.
You've been totally off age-wise, by the way.
Have I? I feel like I'm right about Whit Merrifield. We're gonna find out. I don't know. I think he's 35.
Who'd you rather have next year? Whit Merrifield or Scott Kingery?
I'm gonna guess he's 35 years old. Whit Merrifield is 34. But he turns 35 in a month, so I think.
Okay, now you round up. You're fair. That's it. You're right. You're right. It's okay.
So not too bad. At least I wasn't wrong twice. That's
but
good.
like I think they'll look and sign a left fielder, a right-handed hitting left fielder that when they want to put Marsh in center against, or if they want to do like a Marsh in center, Rojas maybe, like again,
like Pache can't be your go-to right-handed bat off the bench in that spot. Can't be.
They might be in the World Series if he was not the right-handed bench.
No doubt. Yeah. Well,
where the hell is Steve Pearce? Like,
yeah, exactly. Where is the Steve Pearce guy? And that is the thing. Look, and Dombrowski's done a great job, but he has not hit on those guys. Like, other than the Alvarado trade, first move he made here, like that was like a hallmark of Dave, is making those little moves to bring guys like Steve Pearce and those type of players who come. And Steve Pearce was the World Series MVP for bleep's sake. Like, I almost cursed.
Didn't
I love when you're like, I know. Where are those moves?
I don't know. I mean, he's spent money here. He's gotten star players, but yeah, I mean, some of the fringe, they've done better. The fringe stuff.
They have.
Obviously, the Pache trade was a win. It
was a great trade. Yeah, they didn't give up anything. It's a good move. But
so they've filled out their roster with more competent players. But yeah, the classic, like the bench has felt. I actually remember heading into the postseason last year, I was like, the thing that might come back to haunt them is that they don't have that guy that you can just turn to and get off the bench and go get you a big hit or pop one on the ballpark. They don't have that. Like, it was Jake Cave.
It was Jake Cave.
Yeah,
I mean, that was your go-to bat off the bench.
So I know this is going to drive SEO, and this is going to get people to tune into the podcast, but a nice righty bench bat could really go a long way for this baseball team.
And we're back to Adam Duvall, baby.
Dude, what am I right back. How many times? Again, if you just close out the offseason with I'm looking right at the camera, Robert Stevenson and Adam Duvall, I guarantee you win 95 games.
So I've yet to remember to look at the camera when I talk. Like that. There we go. Hi. I look at the camera. That's a good move. We are recording this live.
YouTube,
yeah, check it out. Listen, if you look for Jack's Twitter, he'll put it out there. If you know we're recording, which he'll always let you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can see that I still have my.
You're still using the water bottle. Thank you to Maureen from who gave it to us from the Phillies.
Yes. I am now beginning to believe that this will be next to me in my coffin.